I need a minute.
Yeah, take a minute. Do you need a minute as well?
What was the question?
When do you get that validation that lets you believe that, you know what, apart from the love for this, I'm actually good at this? What is keeping music still number one love in your life?
Because I don't know who I could be without it. So I cannot envision a life without it.
Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes I bring you one queen, but today I decided to bring two. We have powerful voices in the house as two wonderful ladies that will be gracing the stage at the Korak events in April. Poetic, lyrically inclined, and of course, they always give very wonderful music with their voices. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the two queens, Marina and Eleonora.
Hello!
I like it. Welcome to the Korak. I hope you good? You good?
Very good.
How are you, Eleanor? How are
Yeah,
you? Let's
very
start
well.
with you. You're good?
Very well,
Good.
thank you.
You've had a good start to the year?
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Marina, how's things with you?
Good, very fiery.
Very fiery.
A lot
I like
going
it. I
on.
like it. Just
Yeah.
like the music. I like it. I like it. Thank you for coming. Well, in Korak, we start with a very simple question. And what we do is, direct it to each one of you, however we want the answer to come out. But the question is very simple. Korak means footsteps. And each footstep is the journey that you have been on. But before we actually go on the journey, I will start with you, Marina. How did the journey of music start? What was that first step you took to wanting to be a musician?
I think it was like with the first steps. As far as I remember, I was like 5 or 6. My grandmom, she was a pianist, classical pianist. And actually, she was very ill and she was in bed for, I think, a year or more. And then my memory was that she was in bed and I was visiting her in Armenia, because I'm half Armenian. And she got up and she couldn't actually walk, and she kind of supported herself with the wall and things and furniture around. And she played some classical piece for me. And my dad just came in and he just took her and held her and put her back to bed. And that's kind of my first, I don't know, I think I had a very strong connection with her, and I think I'm very similar to her, and that's,
So the gift came from grandma.
I think so.
You say you're half a million. What's the other
I
half?
think so. But half Ukrainian.
Oh man, that's a good combination. I
Yeah.
like it. What are your first steps in music?
So there's a first step that I don't remember because it's a story told by my parents that I started singing in a choir when I was like maybe 3 or 4. There were adults and kids, and apparently I was given a solo. Can't remember anything about it. But the first steps I can remember are very vulnerable moment. I must have been maybe 7 or maybe 6. I don't know. And I used to play music cassettes. Yes, I'm that old. In my parents' bedroom and like playing them very loud, having a brush in my hand and performing in front of the mirror.
It's not that vulnerable. I did it too. Don't worry.
Okay.
The only difference, I probably didn't have as good hair as you did, but everybody did the brush. I think some people hold bottles. So
Okay.
you were your parents. You were actually performing. Your parents were your first fans.
Oh yeah, big time. Big time. But in front of the mirror, it was just me, maybe my dolls. And in my head, there were a lot of people. But I'm saying vulnerable because I don't think I've ever shared this in an interview.
Oh, there you go. So
So
exclusive for Korak.
yeah.
But it's sometimes it's interesting understanding how you go from that first step. Some people go through it in terms of, some people say I always knew, or my parents told me I had a good voice, my siblings, all that. But how do you transition? And I'll stick with you, Eleanor. How do you transition from that image of you holding a brush to your parents to actually believing it could be a dream of yours?
I come from a very musical family. So my brother plays the piano. My dad, when he was younger, he used to play the drums, guitar, and he plays a bit of piano. My mom used to sing. My grandmother used to play the
There
piano.
was no way it was escaping you. at
My
this point.
great-grandfather was the only man in his town to own a piano. So I think that what happened, well, it's not I think, the transition was I started singing next to my brother playing the piano. So he would be playing the piano, playing the Beatles songs. That's what we used to do. I had no idea of the lyrics. I was just saying words that kind of resembled.
Sounded okay.
Yeah. And I used to sing next to him. So we were already performing at home. And then what I remember is feeling very well about singing. And from those steps or that position next to the piano, I started being more and more interested in singing and music. And yeah, I don't want just a mirror. I want the whole thing.
You want the whole stage.
Yeah.
Marina, when did it become a dream for you? Or did you just, I mean, you started with a connection with your grandmother and then you enjoying it. Very strong emotional connection, I would say. But when did you decide, you know what, this is more than me just enjoying the piano and singing. I actually want to do this.
Right. So I think I was 7. I went to the music
With
school.
7-year-olds.
I don't know.
You 7, you were
It's
7.
because
she was
7 is the year of change. So, it's like,
Maybe.
is it Saturn that takes 7 years? So
You
every,
have changed, well, like for everybody.
well,
What was I doing at 7?
are we going into the mystical stuff?
I mean, we can, but I'm just trying to understand. Let's park that for now, but we'll come back to the mystical stuff. But I'm just trying, it's intriguing, 7, because I'm trying to remember, what was I doing at 7? I can't remember.
I don't know. Is it also when you become a little bit more sort of independent?
You
At
know
7.
how to write and read at 7 and ride a
Yeah.
bike. I mean, you're an adult already.
When
At
did you get-
7, right?
I have no idea, man. 7, no.
You know what food you like.
Right now, I don't even think I'm a full-blown
Yeah,
adult.
you're kind of a little bit of a formed character
Yeah.
by then. You kind of
You
know
ride your own bike.
you
No
like.
little, how you
the
call
thing
it.
that-
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So when you were 7,
So
yeah.
I was 7. I went to music school. I signed myself up for a piano lesson.
Okay. As in you signed yourself up.
Yeah,
It wasn't your
signed
parents,
myself.
nothing.
No.
And that's a mature 7-year-old
And
right
at
there.
that time, it was free. So, it's just, I didn't really need parents. And then I asked my little sister to help me to beg my parents to buy me a piano. We used to live in a tiny apartment.
Yeah.
And so there was no space. And so I had like a little board that I drew with some keys. And then so I was just like pressing it and trying to practice. And then eventually they bought me like very old, very untuned piano, but beautiful.
Your sister must be very persuasive. Very persuasive. I like it.
She just, yeah. So that's kind of, and I just loved it, and I always love it, and I always, it's not really that I would say, oh, it was just my dream, or I just feel good when I do it. It's just like feels like I just cannot not do it.
It's interesting with music because I believe music is it's probably the most is the industry that is saturated the most with talent. Where because even if you look at sports and things, you have some people are good, but you wouldn't say they're like talented. But with music, you have I don't have the data or anything, but I believe about 8 out of 10 people they're either entertaining or they have a wonderful voice or instrumentalist. So it's a you really must love it to do it. It's not one of those yeah, I'm good at it, but I don't love it. But you guys that started really early, how is it panned out in terms of you came from a musical family, everybody plays an instrument, you wanted a big stage. When was your first performance where you went, I can do this? Or when did you get that validation, like, I'm actually going to be good at this?
I need a minute.
Yeah, take a minute. Do you need a minute as well?
What was the question?
When do you get that validation that lets you believe that, you know what, apart from the love for this, I'm actually good at this? Ooh.
I have my minute.
Yeah,
I'm,
okay.
I'm
Go
done
on.
with my minute.
Okay.
Okay. So when I first had singing lessons, I wasn't 7. I cannot remember. I think I was a
Okay.
little bit older than that.
All right.
I remember that one day my vocal coach, my singing coach, invited other people to join during the private lesson that she was giving me, and she made me sing. And I had a very small audience at that point, and she made me sing all by myself.
Hello.
No idea of like the meaning at that time. I had no recollection of the meaning of the song. And I remember having these people with me, and she was kind of showing off, in a good way, what we have been doing with the singing lessons, because maybe these people were, I cannot really remember, but maybe these people were interested in singing lessons. So it was kind of like a demonstration of what you can achieve. And I remember in that moment, I thought, God, maybe I am good at this. It's not only that I like it and I enjoy it, and I like to feel this feeling in my body. I think that I'm actually good because people are enjoying it.
When you talk about feeling,
Mm.
and how do you describe that feeling to somebody that is non-musical, somebody that doesn't sing? So I love music. I mean, I can't sing to save my life, but what is this feeling? How would you describe it?
I think it's a feeling of being fully connected to your body, being fully in the moment, and fully connected with the source or whatever, however
And
anyone wants to
you've
call
always
it.
felt this every time you sing. Where did you grow up?
Moscow.
Moscow. Oh, that's now I understand why you were so tough at 7. So yeah. Where did you grow up?
In Italy.
In Italy, okay. I
Yeah.
mean, you can do that. You speak like 3 or 4 languages. I remember
Yeah.
you saying so. You speak like Italian, French, Spanish,
No,
or
I'm learning
you're learning
French,
French.
Oh,
Okay.
that's good.
but I speak Italian, English, Spanish, and with a little bit of effort, I still can remember a bit of Portuguese.
Okay. How many languages do you speak? This is like some spy stuff.
I can I can only speak Russian, English, and I can read and write Armenian, but I
Oh
don't
no,
really
I mean,
understand what I read and
speak
write.
I speak good and bad English. That's
That's
it.
good.
The bad English is better than the good.
No,
So
okay.
those are the 2 languages I speak. So what was the transition like? So when you decided, okay, I'm quite good at it, you have a strong feeling, this is what you want to do. How would you describe? But what was the transition like moving to England, and when was that? I'm going to chase this as a dream. So it's one thing, you're good, there's a feeling, but now you actually want to chase it. When did that all start for you?
Right. When I came to England, I didn't really speak English.
Okay, how many years ago was that?
Oh, that was long ago. There was like, well, I thought I did speak English, but in reality,
In reality, you found out that it was a
I
different
found out
language. Yeah.
I thought I was really good at it actually. So yeah, it took me some time to just live here, learn things, learn the language, and I don't know. It's really hard to say because for me, I don't think it's like a decision that I made.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, I'm going to pursue this dream because this is my dream. It's just been such a part of who I am, part of my life. I've just been doing it.
So you
So
would say everything has gone in like in a good flow for you. It's not you didn't have like specific points to say this is what I want to do at this time. You moved to England and then learned the language, and with time you were still chasing music. And when I mean
yeah.
chasing, like you were involved in music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think it depends on because life happens and it depends on what's happening in life. And sometimes I would actually have a plan and I would be like, this year I want to record because I have a lot of new material. And last year I decided I'm going to write a new material. So there's always something's happening, but it's also sort of intertwined with what's happening in life, and then based on this, different things happen.
Yeah. How was your transition into moving to England, deciding that this is what you want to do? Because it could be tough in terms of having a day job, living, providing, doing all that, and still wanting to be a top musician. So how's that transition been since you moved in? And when did you move to England actually?
2011.
2011. Okay, how's that wonderful journey been?
Um, it's been an adventure, a great adventure. The transition from Italy to London was a surprise because I wanted to be here for 2 months.
Ooh, 2
I
months.
I had a band in Italy. We were gigging. We were writing. No, with the last band I was with, we weren't writing songs, but we were performing. We had our nice set, and it was fun. I also had a boyfriend, and he used to play in the band with me.
All right. I like this. I like this story.
So I basically quit the band, and after a while, I had to.
Where in Italy did you grow up?
Where?
Where, yeah.
In a city called Aprilia,
Okay.
near Rome.
Near Rome. Nice. So you left boyfriend, left band, and you were supposed to be here for 2 months. And then after 2 months, you broke up with the band, broke up with the boyfriend. And that was it. No reason. Did you fall in? You got to London and you're like, this is where I want to be.
Yep.
That was pretty much what it was.
Yeah.
Okay. And 2 months has turned into, my good God, 15 years.
Yeah. So I said to myself, 2 months is not enough to understand this city, and it's not enough to grasp or get some experience. And also what I knew, and I still know, is that I wanted to be involved in music. I didn't have a plan, but it was more of a, okay, I'm gonna get myself, I don't know, join a choir, and then I joined another one. So doing little things here and there. But the more time was passing, the more I felt, yeah, this is home.
So I met Marina when she sings backup for Logan J. Parker, and Logan J was on the Korak show, Christmas. And I met Marina there, looked at her stuff. And I met you when I came for your show in Camden. And I didn't know two of you were friends. And then Marina walks in. So how did you guys meet? How did you become friends?
Do you want to go first?
Well, can I maybe remove it, or is that
Yeah,
okay?
it's fine.
Just find that.
Yeah,
Maybe
should
that.
be all right.
Right. So, how did we meet? First, we met in Alexandra Palace Park.
Yeah, true.
And I went. I don't remember why I went. Who invited me? It was some sort of
Party.
outdoor yoga sort of thing.
Yeah.
All them
So
feel
It was
good
a
things.
mutual
yeah,
friend.
feel,
Okay.
yeah, it was. Yeah,
Tati.
I don't know.
Do you remember
Yeah,
Tatiana?
I think so, but I don't remember if I was invited by her or somebody else brought me.
Oh, right, okay.
So, and then you were doing some workshop there, like a voice
Singing,
or
yeah.
something like that. So that's how we met.
Okay.
Then, during COVID, I really wanted to do the book that's called Artist's Way. So it's sort of like a 12-week program to unlock your creative flow.
Okay.
And then it was a great time because obviously it was a lockdown and it was a nice time to do because it's a lot of exercise, journaling, and things that you actually have to do, and which can be harder if you have life to live.
Okay.
So, and then I thought it would be great to have a group and do it together with different people. And so I contacted one of my friends. We actually discussed it with her. And then I just got in touch with like 3 or 4 people completely intuitively. So we connected on social media completely intuitively, no particular reason. It's just like, I think I'm going to write to her and to her and to
It
her.
was speaking about mystical stuff, as
Yes,
you were saying. Oh,
yes.
just came.
Yeah.
It's all very mystical. And
Wait.
so Eleonora was one of the
Very
people.
nice. With your speaking about creative flow, how do you guys describe your particular genre of music? Because it's difficult.
No.
It's difficult to pinpoint exactly what it is. Because first of all, you guys you both have like powerful vocal voices. You're one of those, and you like to dwell in your lyrics, but you go anything between soul, R&B, all together, the same thing. So, but can you pinpoint your genre of music?
I can pinpoint it in a very by using a very a term that is kind of wide in its meaning, and I would say alternative. And then you can add whether alternative pop, whether alternative folk, whether alternative whatever. But it is a hard question, as you know.
I know, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You're welcome very much.
It is a hard one because it's especially, I think that especially at the stage where I'm at, it's not that I sit down and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna write a blues song, I'm gonna write a pop song. It's very much digging into yourself and understand and building your sound. So the reason why I'm saying alternative pop, for example, is that I don't see this as the fixed genre that I will be doing in 10 years, because there will be an evolution.
Yeah.
So
is that an evolution of music or evolution of Eleonora?
Both. They go hand in hand, because it's the experience that Eleonora, speaking third person like a diva,
That's all right.
It is about the experience that Eleonora has in her life, and then these are going to have an impact on my writing, on not only on the lyrics but on the music as well, and it is something that I already can see with the songs that I have been writing so far.
Marina, there's a very big Latin influence in your music, and you say you don't speak the language.
I don't know why.
But I don't know where you got it from. So when you guys met, did you unlock the creative process with the during COVID? Did you manage to unlock it, as you said?
Yes, we did.
All right.
It was definitely. So there's a lot of exercises, and every week is based on different topic. But also you have to journal every day, at least 3 pages.
3 pages.
Yes,
During
every
COVID,
morning,
what
and
was
it's
happening
called
in your life?
morning.
3
You
pages.
have to literally, like a stream of consciousness. You wake up and you write anything that is in your mind, and then that's how you start the day.
Like anything.
Without lifting the pen.
Yeah.
So the exercise in itself is you take
No.
you take a notebook and you start writing for 30 minutes without stopping. So as soon as you wake
Anything
up,
that pops into your head.
Everything.
And you're not allowed to reread them. You have to wait. What was that, like 6 weeks or 8
No, I think
weeks?
it was right in the end.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I think there was so
and you
many.
guys did this because your process was blocked.
Because we had a lot of time.
Okay.
And it was good to do it. And then also,
This is exactly what
I'd love to do it. It was the second time I've done it, and so it's been 5 years, and I'd love to do it again. It's just a nice way to actually nurture your creativity as well, rather than just like, I think there is potentially some people can use it to unblock it or even find the creativity. That's like a big part of the book. But I think when you already doing creative work, it's more just to find new ways and maybe find new flows and just nurture it.
And
Yeah,
sorry.
carry on.
And during the pandemic, it was also a way to stay connected with other people.
Yes.
Because
we would meet every Sunday.
Yes, exactly. Every Sunday we would have
online.
a catch-up call talking about the week and the tasks ahead. And since Marina picked everybody in the group, I didn't know anyone. So it was a great opportunity for me to meet new people and understand the creative journey that they might be going through and the blockages.
It was amazing because I think both of us, we were in music, and it was somebody who was in just writing, and there's somebody who is doing some sort of interesting creative therapeutical work. So it was very different disciplines, and we all shared every Sunday. Also, every week you have to take yourself on a date.
You have to take yourself on a
yes,
date. Okay,
just
I can
you.
do that.
And
Yeah.
But
I do that normally.
no distractions, no phone, no music, no podcast, nothing.
and intentional. So you just
Yeah.
intentionally.
So where do you take yourself then?
Well,
that's why you also have to be creative.
Yeah.
And that's like another, it's like stimulates.
When is the next one? I don't want to join. I just want to like watch, observe,
Oh, okay.
observe and see how
We
it
should
goes.
we should
I'll
totally
text
do
you.
it again.
I tell you what, we'll save it for the show, and then we'll make people do it after the show and see how it works after like 12 weeks. You say
Yeah.
12 weeks. I like it. So you guys have been the hustle and bustle of today's world, especially when you're trying to make it as a musician. Is it's a difficult thing. You need money. You need to do songs. I don't believe in work-life balance. The reason I don't believe that is because people talk about work like it's not part of life. So when they go work life, I'm like, what are you saying? But and I don't particularly believe you can balance things, but some things will balance more than the others. Music, especially with the feeling that you have, the strong feeling, is what makes you use, what you want to do. How have you kept going with all the difficulties that might have occurred in life? Why do you still believe that I need to do this? Is it just based on the feeling, or what keeps you going?
I think it's right. So, firstly, um, I had some renovation at home done for 3 weeks. It was delayed. I'm not going to go into details, but it was so hectic and there was so much going on that for 3 weeks I actually did not sing once or picked up the instruments. It was just not possible. The environment wasn't right. It was just like, and after these 3 weeks, I felt so horrible. I just felt uh, I just felt awful. So, and I think this for me is also just was part of me was just like taken and removed from me, and so
And this is
I
because
just
you didn't
felt
sing
really
for 3
empty.
weeks.
Yeah, because I just didn't have an opportunity to do anything at all. I'm not gonna go into details why, but it's boring. But
It might not be, but yeah, it's understandable. So what you're saying is, if they take music away from you, it's like you feel ill.
Yeah, I feel ill. So it's just such a part of and then I do create some sort of strategies. Yes, like I do create strategies when I'm gonna record a little songwriting sessions, the practice sessions, and I don't know, just some sessions where I just have no expectations what's gonna happen, just again for creative flows, just different things. So that's kind of when I put my brain into it and then I create some strategy and so discipline around it. But really, without it, it's just extremely difficult.
And you, what keeps you going in all these difficult things that you have to go through, working, trying to make a living? What is keeping music still number one love in your life?
Because I don't know who I could be without it. So I cannot envision a life without it. I cannot. Just like Marina, if I'm not um, playing or having my practice in or having my time singing and learning new things, or writing and expressing what I feel that there's something missing. And funnily enough, it's not about the external validation because sometimes you're not having an audience cheering at you. And for example, one of the things that I can think of is social media. We when we post on social media, sometimes it's not about what people are going to say, oh, maybe they're gonna like this song. It's more of a I want to get it out and let it out. It's not about, or when we're releasing a song, it's not about, oh, I want to please the audience and have this cheers on me. It's a need. It is visceral. Um, it is not based on someone saying, "Oh, you're doing very well. Why don't you keep on going?" It's self-made. It is
Part of you.
yeah.
So if you put it that way, is there a success and a failure point in what you're trying to become. So, for example, I had a dream of being a professional footballer. Yeah, it's injury. That's what happened. Not that I was wonderful. I could have been like the next Ronaldo. But is there with music? Is there what is the success point? And if there's a success point, that means there have to be a failure point. So is success you selling out O2 Arena or selling out the stadium, and is failure in the sense that you you just end up singing for yourself? Is there a success or failure point for you when it comes to music?
I don't think that failure would be playing in your own living room, or success is necessarily about being in the O2. Those are goals. Success is being able to express myself freely using music, connecting that mind aspect with the body aspect when I'm singing and feeling everything going through it, through my body. It is not that's part of the success, being able to keep the creative flow going. And then the goals are, yeah, they can be connected to success. But if I don't get to the O2, and by the way, I want to get to the Royal Albert Hall,
Okay.
just to make
All right.
sure.
Just letting if anybody's listening,
Yeah.
we want the Royal Albert Hall first.
Yeah.
Yes.
O2 is fine.
O2 is all right. Yeah, yeah.
O2 is fine, but I want an orchestra.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. I
Yeah.
like it.
So
So no success, no failure, just life. It's pretty much what
well,
you're
I
saying.
think that failure also helps to get, I mean, it's kind of necessary, but it is also a mindset thing, as in how you see things. I can say that it's a failure that, I don't know, if you haven't trained to the gym today, is it a failure? No, maybe you were tired. And the same thing with something that you love. It's not that if you don't reach the maximum goal or if you don't win a Grammy, you're a failure. It's just a different path. There are so many different paths about in music that there's no black or white with success and failure. Because sometimes a failure, more than a failure, is a lesson. So maybe, I don't know, a a release song or a gig didn't go as I was expecting. That's fine. It's not failure. It's a lesson.
So she mentioned the different parts that you take in music, and not necessarily failure or success. What is your path that you're taking in music? Because when I first met you, you were a backing singer. Not you were backing. You were doing backing singing, but you also do your own music.
Right.
And you don't seem, from what I can tell, you don't seem bothered by, oh yeah, I'm a backing singer today. I just like to
Well,
sing.
actually, the when you met me, there was so Logan. We've been friends for some time, and that gig, she just called me and she asked me because I think the backing singer got sick, so she asked me if I can just
Jump
help
in.
out and jump in. So I did. I think I learned the songs in like a couple of days, and there was some
I
covers
like it when
which I knew.
musicians like, yeah, I listen to the music and it just came into my head automatically.
So before that, I was not doing any backing vocals, and I was just doing my stuff. But it was really fun, and we get on, we like each other, and so I've been doing it with her for a year, I think, with just taking different gigs. But this is obviously not my main.
Your main goal.
Yeah,
main
or
path.
my main path. Yeah, if we come back to that. Um, it's just nice to I sometimes collaborate with the dancers, or it's just a different things. So sometimes you do, sometimes it's also nice to just do different things
Yeah, but
because
if
it
you're
just
choosing,
stimulates
but if you're
different things.
choosing a path though, what is the path that you're choosing?
The path that I'm choosing, or the path that is choosing me, I don't know.
Like it, mystical. Dum dum
So
dum.
always mystical
very
with us.
mystical.
So I just I am a singer-songwriter, and this is how I process life, really. And I'm just doing my music. I write my songs, and I'm putting it out there. And I think, as Eleonora said as well, this success and failure is just such a general thing to say. Maybe you can take like a smaller goal and be like, okay, I'm releasing this single, and then you can maybe judge what you think is success for this single and what is a failure, and then you learn from the failure or you enjoy the success or whatever. On a larger scale, I don't know.
What would you say has been a very significant, difficult situation that you've had to overcome in your journey so far, in terms of achieving a goal, achieving a proper project? What do you think is something that happened that you had to overcome to keep on going?
In music or in life?
Both.
Oh,
I mean, if it affects life, it affects music.
you know, we have some fun questions.
I told you, man, these things just
Yeah.
they just pop into my head. I'm sorry.
Um,
You should have watched some episodes before coming down.
I think that big, I mean, significant big challenges. I think anything can be like
Well,
when
what's the one that stands out to you that has happened?
well, I can think of when I decided to release my first song. I remember it felt huge. It felt like I didn't sleep for a week.
1 week, and that was one song.
Uh-huh.
If you were releasing an album, what's that? You will sleep for like.
But this is the thing that I was so nervous about. Oh my gosh, this song is going out, and I had done everything myself, and I didn't know what like I had no idea of the actual process. I was kind of learning as I was doing things. So I think that that was, in terms of releasing music, must have been the biggest challenge. And then I remember that the more I was releasing songs, the more I have been releasing songs, the more it feels like, yes, it's going out.
It's not as challenging as you thought.
Yeah. So I think it is, again, all about perspective and experience.
You had any difficult moment you had to overcome?
I'm sure I did.
Oh, you don't want to think about it too much right now. It's all about happy moments.
No,
Zen.
not really. No, not at all. No, I think in general, it's probably been many, but it's just generally time as well, and juggling a life and a lot of things. And I'm a mom as well, and and yeah, so I think that's been a challenge often.
Well, how many instruments do you play?
Two,
So which ones? Like the
piano and guitar.
and you play the same, right? The how instrument?
I guitar, I can do this on the piano
Okay, yeah, I mean
and
it's.
this.
I can do that too. I can do
See?
this and that.
I can do this single notes, and I can do the chords, just applying the same thing I would do on the guitar.
So when you guys are talking about life and everything that is pretty much being put together to the person you are, the feeling that you have, what is the message of your music? What do you want? If I listen, I know it could differ from song to song, but generally, when you release a song and you put everything into it, what is the message you want people to take away from it? So you guys are going to be on the Korak show. It's a very character based storytelling, understanding who you are as a person through your original music. So hopefully all those that are coming for the show, buy a ticket, people. April 30th. All those that are coming for the show, when they leave and they understand you as a person, understand you better, what do you want them to take home as the message?
I would say a couple of things. The first one is to feel their feelings and connect with them, even when it feels impossible, but try to sit with them. And the other one is to express what they're thinking or feeling instead of keeping it inside.
So be yourself, speak your mind. And you, Marina?
I think a similar thing. I think it's just to connect to people's hearts, really, to because you feel and if they feel, and then there is this connection, and this connection is such a magical thing, and it's just such a magical space to be in.
If you're creating a vision board, where you want to be and putting all the plans together, no success, no failures, just goals. What is on your vision board at the moment? Don't worry, you can hit me after. You hit me after.
Right now, it's the beach
The beach.
and the sea.
Oh, that's easy. We can drop you off in Brighton or something.
No, Brighton.
Can drop
I
you
mean,
in
I love
Brighton.
Brighton, but it's still cold. So.
But for music, what is that vision board?
For music, the vision board is an album or EP this year, which I'm working on right now. I really like intimate venues. Maybe not just
Korak events.
Korak
30th
events,
30th of
yes,
April.
or like theaters. And actually, even when I go to see the concert, I prefer I really I don't like going on the big stadiums. I just like to have a more smaller and intimate where you can really connect to an artist, and it's just so special that some really really big artists sometimes do this kind of more intimate venues. So I think bigger gigs, but in still this like a
Intimate
nice
feel.
and intimate way venues where you can connect to people and yeah.
And what's on your vision board?
Definitely releasing a bigger piece of work, like an album or an EP. And expanding my circle in terms of music venues, doing new things, like Korak on the 30th of April.
Can we have
Um,
the
Yeah, I mean, we'll try and sort you out. We'll try and sort you out. Don't worry.
And learning to connect more with the audience, because I know, because I enjoy doing it live. I really enjoy it. I really like people.
They like you too, from what I can tell. From
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, from
That's
what I can
good.
tell.
But I really enjoy the connection with people. Um, and it is something that I want to nurture definitely more. It's on my vision board.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We are nurturing and giving good messages and connecting with people. Thursday, the April 30th. These two wonderful queens will be on the Korak show, as well as NX Panther, and they'll be telling their story through their music. So get a ticket at 10, bring a friend with 300 if you want. It's been lovely, ladies. I could have loads of more questions I can go in, but yeah, I'll let you guys swim to the shallow end at some point today. But thank you very much for coming. It's been
Thank
amazing.
you. Thank you for having
that's
us.
been really fun.
As your footsteps continue to grow, we will get you on for more. Last question before we go. What in music or what's happening in the environment of music that you think needs to change?
Ooh.
Oh, you thought you were going for free, huh? No, 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 no. I had to throw one last grenade in before
God.
boom, before it blows. It's what I do. Yeah.
How much time have we got?
I mean, it depends when Henry wants to go home, but it depends.
Right. To start with the um disappearance of a lot of live music venues. And the venues not supporting artists. artists are not being paid enough for the gigs or paid at all, or some often expected to play for very little amount. That to start with. And then a lot of venues, I think, closed down as well. So
It'd be good to make live music great again.
yeah, it will
We're
be.
starting April 30th. I mean, that's
Of course.
it's what we're doing. What would you change?
It was definitely one of my thoughts that maybe having a wider look over indie music, because it is a, I mean, we're so many, and of course venues are closing and opportunity seems to be not as many as they used to be. So definitely make indie music great again.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Marina. Thank you for sharing your story.
Thank
We
you.
would want to continue to explore this journey. Thank you, Eleonora. Tickets available in bio, people. I hope you like this. Please watch, subscribe, and all that good stuff. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. It was
Ladies and
great.
gentlemen, Eleonora and Marina. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, people. I'm your host, MC Sabi Boy. I will see you soon. I'll see you on the 30th. Till then, more times.